Stephon Clark was shot 7 times from behind and died within 10 minutes. That's the disturbing finding from the pathologist hired by his family after the unarmed black man was gunned down by Sacramento police officers. CBS 2's Amy Johnson is live in the newsroom with more of what the independent doctor revealed. Amy?
Suzanne, the family has its own private investigation underway and its own private autopsy, and the results, as you mentioned, are surprising. Stephon Clark was shot 8 times and 6 of them were in his back, and the pathologist says any of those shots could have been fatal.
The 7th gunshot wound.
A diagram shows where each of the 8 bullets struck 22-year-old Stephon Clark.
He was shot in the back 6 times. The 7th gunshot wound was slightly to the side of his body, but to the back.
Pathologist Dr. Bennet Omalu performed the second autopsy, which contradicts the police officer's account of what happened in that Sacramento backyard.
The police officers were to the side of the house, and he was behind the house.
He said Clark suffered an 8th wound to his thigh as he was falling or already on the ground.
The proposition that has been presented that he was assailing the officers, meaning he was facing the officers, is inconsistent with the prevailing forensic evidence as documented at autopsy.
2 Sacramento police officers began chasing Clark after reports of someone breaking car windows. Police say after spotting Clark in his grandmother's yard, they ordered him to put his hands up and claimed he was advancing towards them when they fired at least 20 shots.
Show me your hands, gun!
The officers said they thought Clark had a gun and feared for their safety. He was only carrying a cell phone. Clark's death has ignited days of protests around the city.
Is what do we need to do for these shootings to stop? That's what everyone wants. That's what the family wants. And we hope to make a difference in that regard.
Now, it took officers at least 5 minutes to approach Clark after the shooting, and Omalu says had they approached him sooner, he might have survived because his death was not immediate.